Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're doing well on this Friday. 10-year, 3834. Remember correctly, the range has been from 3890 down to 37, high 37s, right? What drove it down, it was going down, down, down if you look at the chart, and then it started pumping back up a little bit here late in the afternoon, which doesn't surprise me on a Friday, especially a weekend Friday. I call it the sucker's day to lock loans is a Friday afternoon, and particularly going into a weekend, right, or going into a holiday weekend. So anyways, 3834, PCE came out today, personal consumption expenditure of our people, right, classified as one of the Fed's favorites measures for inflation, and it came out at 0.1% increase, and that was well within the range of what the Fed was hoping for. So that created the 10-year Treasury dropping, and we had actually mid-afternoon price improvement. So that was all good stuff as far as mortgage rate is concerned. Couple things funny today, right? I spent a lot of time on the phone, and particularly with two clients. Some client that we'd worked with in the past, and she ended up going new construction for a builder that we're not a preferred lender on, right? And the incentive, as far as the money being provided by the seller, was pretty significant, right? But she called me yesterday and said, "Hey, Jeff, you know, I'm working with their lender. I've been working with their lender since February, and man, I just don't trust them. They're not giving me a lot of information. They just don't answer questions very well." And so she sent me their February loan estimate and the loan estimate from the other day. And then we jumped on a call this morning at about 8:30 and spent about 25 minutes breaking down the numbers. And I'm like, it's not that great. And here's the questions that you need to go back and ask, right? And I get nothing out of it other than being helpful, right? And it's a client of a good referral partner of ours, so we spend the time with him, and I'd like to think I'd do that regardless of the reasoning, right? And same thing, I had a client a little bit earlier, same difference, right? "Hey, Jeff, here's what I'm looking at," and kind of the same thing. I just break down rate, fees, where rates are today, what the fees are. Here's the questions you need to ask. Said to my team, I said, I think I spent about an hour and a half working with customers that aren't ours, right? Which, you know what, I'm grateful I had the time, and they walked away more knowledgeable about loans and mortgages. But heck, man, if you can, and again, if you're with a new construction and it's a lender that they're making you use, and sometimes we're that guy, right? Sometimes we're the preferred lender on a lot of accounts. Not me particularly, I'm on a few, but our regional people were there, right? So I understand that. But if they're not giving you the customer service or the information that you need, then hopefully your agent, if you have a buyer's agent, has a lender that they can trust and that you could leverage their experience and their knowledge. So it's always a good thing, right? Other than that, 4th of July weekend. So it's kind of weird, right? Tuesday's the 4th of July. From what I understand, Monday's a work day. Fine by me, right? But be fun to see, especially in our world, if anybody is actually working on Monday, right? You get through the end of the month, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, and it's a long weekend. You know what? I think I'll just take 4 days, right?" So we'll see how it goes. But I hope you have a happy, safe 4th. See if I knock something out on Monday as well to stay consistent with my social media posts. But if you need anything, I'm here to serve. The team's here to serve. 404-915-6834. Clickmortgage.com. Have a great afternoon. Have a great, safe weekend. Take care.